Well, let's see if anybody's on tonight. I know I was on last night, but it's really, we got 24 hours before our, um, probably a little more than 24 hours, midnight. Tomorrow night is the last day to apply to our September 4th grant. So after that, you got to wait till October. So that's why I'm here tonight to answer questions about it or anything you need. And we got some wonderful testimonials today. I've been trying to do most of the day is answering questions from members, Let's Go Help members. And really, don't forget, the grant is only for Let's Go Help members. So you got to be a member. I know a lot of my members watch YouTube and TikTok. So that's why I broadcast on both of them when I'm trying to promote something. And, I'm just a born promoter, I think. Let's see. Now, how do I find the live on here? Where is my live? Are you live? I'm live. Yes. Home videos, playlists. There must be a live section here. But I see TikTok is alive. More likes can attract viewers. Keep it up. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's trying to understand the algorithms. I mean, that's sort of interesting. And about my real mission in life, I mean, you could spend a career doing any one of the things that these robots, keep track of. But what I want to do is really help people. So I'll spend a limited time trying to figure this out. And the rest of the time is really helping people one-on-one. They're currently available going SBA giveaway grants, funding. I see you the other day on this talking about SBA grants. I don't know what grants they are. I know there's some that go to local governments and they use them as grants, but the SBA itself giving out grants, I don't know of any new programs. I think you're collecting names, and I'm going to have to block you if I figure that out before I go, because I'm not aware of anything. I keep up more or less. I mean, I, of course, can't know everything. The world's too big to anybody to know everything. So I never guessed that. But you're writing a note in the description saying the SBA has new grants. Wow. No, you don't say that. With me, you give the name and the source for the grant, because otherwise I don't want people looking for customers for people watching me. So I'm going to block you if you don't put it that way. We're here to help each other. And if you don't really help each other except yourself, then, we don't want you here. And that's true with everything. I'm too old to fool around with that. And so it's not worth it to me. And we just have to give people, the SBA is a government office. And sure, I know you could say, well, I'm charging, yes, and I charge $20 and that's it. If you ever get anybody, but people go around claiming they're me and say, charging hundreds and $1,000s. Now, I'll tell you the truth, I used to do that. This kind of service I do now, I used to charge for thousands of dollars, and rich people will pay it, because they know they can make millions. But I'm not interested in helping rich people. I'm helping the people who really need the money. They don't even need the money, and so they learn how to get it. So I'm trying to teach people who need the money and get it, And that's the thing about what's going on in life. To get it to people who need the money, rich people are rich enough. I don't know why the hell we keep helping rich people. They say it's a trickle-down theory. Trickle down where? In your trousers, maybe. But we got to be careful. I mean, I think we had enough of that trickle-down thing. And we're now the biggest separation of rich and poor in the world, man. It's incredible, at least in the developed countries, and this is astounding. Yep. So that's why my grant is for $1,000, and I give $1,000 and $500 every month to members, because we charge you $20. But more important, what we do when we charge you $20 is show you things like this. Now listen to this letter I just got today on our Facebook group. He says, this is Charles Butler, and if you're a member, go on and you'll see his testimony there, right there in the in the discussion, that he put a post up. He says, "You can do it. I did. Just a few months ago, I was active in this group looking for all the help I could get. My finances had hit an all-time low. I was just wondering, how would I make my bills? Since then, was given a car. He got a free car. I remember him, telling us when he got that car. I achieved an education in the cybersecurity. He got a free grant to take a cybersecurity course, and have since bought another car, and about to purchase a new home. So that's a few months. Now, that can't happen to everybody. I can't guarantee anybody's going to get the money. I don't know. I don't give out money. I do, just to my money, but I can't guarantee you'll get that because we choose. And we choose 70 people every month. You fill out a little application. You only write like one sentence on what you would do with $1,000, and you're good. So he goes on to say, okay, I also got purchase a great new home. Just don't be afraid to do the work, he says. Okay, that's what he's saying. Don't be afraid to do the work. Because, nothing, he says, nothing comes completely for free. If you need grants, you need to ask for them. You hear what he said? You need to ask for them, but in a certain way. This is most important. Ask them for nicely. Never act entitled. Just ask for help. See, that's it. That's why I think you shouldn't even ask for grants. See, if you go in asking for grants, you're sort of like a gimme guy. And actually, most of these programs they get, he has for a car. That's not even a grant. Well, they gave him a car. I know the program. It's not a grant to buy a car. So if you're asking for a grant, no, we don't have grants. We only have cars. If they say that, but if you're mean or something, they'll say no. They'll answer no. We don't have grants, and you go home and you never get anything. That's why you just ask for help. That's the idea. You ask for help, not a grant. Okay. So he says, if you need grants, you need to ask for them nicely. Never act entitled. Just ask for help. Matthew Lesko and his team can help you with the many resources, but education is useless if not followed up by action. Right. People think, oh, just give me a website to fill out and I'll see if I get a grant. No, you have to do more than that. You have to do more than that. If you're not to be willing to do more than that, you got a lot less chance of getting something. Okay, now at the end he says, descending from my pulpit now, good night and God bless you all. Yeah, and that's wonderful. I mean, nothing would be better than to see that something I did, and I really didn't do anything. I don't give out the money. I do in our grants. That's every month we give out. But for him, all these programs, you got a house, you got a free car, you got a free education. All that. I didn't do anything. I just sort of helped them find it, So don't thank me. It's really thanking this country for having it. So if you hate this country, well, maybe you're not using it right. And I don't say these I'm about to turn 60 in a couple of days. I want to learn music, guitar, and singing. Any ideas? Yes, go looking for free. Man, there's so much free stuff for that. Call your area office on aging. And they have that. When you're a senior, they'll know the free services that are out there to teach you for free. You don't have to, pay for stuff like that. There's too much. Call your local. Another thing is what people don't realize, we have something called the County Cooperative Extension Service. They have helped families with all kinds of problems. Actually, even with debt problems and something. You know what they do? They pay you. Like there's some of these in some counties, they'll pay you like $50 to come in and help you save money. They have to pay people to come in because nobody knows about them. And they know they could save you money. I grew up watching commercials. I grew up doing the commercials. Now I'm an old fart and still doing the same thing. But now this is what's nice about social media. Look at it. I have 2 videos going or 2 iPhones going. This used to charge me hundreds of thousands of dollars when I was doing commercials. Now it's nothing. That's why you could start businesses for nothing. You don't need money to start anything in this country to get money. No, you can if you believe the internet. You can. You'll believe that you need money if you Google it how to make money. Because all those people say, "Give me money, I'll tell you how to make money," and that may or may not happen. So if you have money and want to try, fine. But 9 out of 10 times it won't, and you have to go on to something else. So if you do that a few times, you're going to, really run out of money before you figure out life, and that's what you can't do. That's why you have to do things without money, so you could figure it out. Because it's not going to plop nicely into your lap. But okay, if you want to join and get on our website, to apply for our grant, it's letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelp.com. It's not only the jacket, it's more than a jacket. Let's Go Help. I used to wear question marks, now I wear hearts. But letsgohelp.com, that's where you get personal help to apply to every grant, sort of like what Charles got. See, this is Charles' letter to me about all the money he got, a house, a car. I don't know if he got a woman. He's talking about marrying somebody now. So he's doing well. A great job, and that, free training. I don't think he has a degree at all. You don't. I did a video just today if you're on YouTube. Look at the last video I did that talks about how to get training, just a few weeks of training to get a decent job. And the government wants to train you for free. Wants you to get a better job, wants you to get more income. Why? Because then you pay more taxes, don't you? And they're greedy as the rest of us. Is there historical grants? Yes. There's a National Endowment of Humanities, and what they're interested in history and things like that. And every state has a grant program for humanities, that you're interested in anything historic, and they give out grants to that. Okay, I'm watching you on TikTok. Yeah, I'm on both. I have 2 iPhones up, 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, I haven't figured out how Facebook or YouTube works well for me. I've been on there many years, and that's really created my business. That's how I market. I don't pay for ads anymore. When I could get do my own hour for free or whatever, and not, when you pay for ads, you have to be limited and little time, and that's when I have to act real crazy and get you to pick up that phone. But here, with all the time in the world, I could show you, explain things that, okay, it's not going to be easy, maybe, take some work on your part. Everybody doesn't get the money. You're probably going to have to use the phone in addition to the internet. I think the internet I'm starting a grooming academy. Oh, well, any store like that, you just start, man. Don't talk about doing things. Don't try to get the things that people think you need because they sell them. No, go out and get a customer. You have a grooming, is that dog grooming maybe? Okay, well, just go to a couple of things. I would go to whoever, the pet society. What do they call them? PETA, or not PETA? The animal. I'm sorry, I'm so old. I forget a lot of stuff. But go to them and tell them you're going to do this, because they're interested in the welfare of animals, okay? And they could help you. The other thing you do is every office, every state, every county has offices of free business counselors, free business mentors, actually. And they'll help you start that for free. Also, there's something called Meetup, MEETUP.com. Go there. You'll find groups in your area of new people starting a business or have started a business or whatever, and learn from other people for free. Don't go to the internet and say you want to start a business, because all you're going to do, that's just like putting chum in the water for sharks. You're just a minnow and gonna be shark bait if you do that. You want to get away from there, okay? Bill Nye, no, I'm not Bill Nye. I don't know why does Bill Nye dress like this? Need a grant, yes. Well, and the other thing, grant people, the problem is there's so many scams out there with grants, because the time, our country now is in financial difficulty. Most people, half the country, dental help, yes, there's a lot of dental help for free. I get mine 50% off. I go to Howard University here and get a dental work. Now, even for free, there's a lot of free stuff too, but you have to dig it out. If you want to start digging, go to Needy Meds, NEEDY, then MEDS.com. You go there and look for dental health. You look for I think something savings, customer savings, or something like that. And this is a nonprofit. See, when when you don't know much about the subject you're looking at, like dental health or starting a business or anything, don't go to any website that is not .gov or .org, okay? .gov or .org. You don't want to go to any website except those, because other websites are going to have to get money out of you. And the way they get money out of you is being a smooth talking son of a bitch that knows every question in your head, and they know the right answer to get your money. They spend a lifetime doing that. You're no match for them, okay? So just stay away. Yeah, right. Question marks evolve the hearts, okay? And the story behind this, and I've been wearing question marks since I've been in my 50s, so now I'm 79, so must be 20 years or more. I married a dental assistant, my hookup. Right. Well, she'll tell you at least everything starting, but you have to do more than that. Doctors, dentists don't even know about these programs, because they're worried about making money. Why would they want to know about places to send you? Mission of Mercy, yes, every state has a Mission of Mercy where they do that. But there's even more. There's dental clinics that the government pays for. There's sliding scale dental clinics. There's another program besides Mission of Mercy that are free. County governments have dental coverage for certain populations. So you have to start there. There's just a lot of digging to do, and that's what we do. If you join Let's Go Help, we give you a report for any state in the country that shows you all the 500 grant programs in your state. It's called our 500 mini grants report. And actually we have a better report now that is we call the 2022 meta, just like Facebook now is a meta. I saw you in DC. Yeah, I'm still here. It was nice to see you. And meta report. And that is, oh gosh, it's 30, 40 pages, I think, of all the best sources for any problem people have. It's my cheat sheet for helping people. David Lynch, one of my favorite wacky guys. Yeah, I think his hair turned out like this when he got old too. I guess weirdos, this is what we're into. I don't know. My only fear about hair is if I'm wearing the same haircut as in high school, because it worked for me then. And now that is 50 years ago or more. And time moves on. Yep. A military member, can you get help with steady passive income? Yes, you're going to have to build stuff. They'll say, okay, push this button, you get steady. You got to work for it, man. And you don't work for it by buying someone's package to do that. No. You got to get closer to the ground. Or if you want to do it and fail a couple times to learn something, that's fine if you have the money. But if you can't afford to do the money, man, you don't waste it on buying anything like that. If you said you're a vet, go here. Go something called the County Veteran Service Office, okay? County Veteran Service Office. See, the people I send you, particularly like here, I got to send you one source to get going, that these are what are referred to as navigators, people who know the sources, not know everything. That's why the best thing is to have 10 navigators to go to and see what each one knows, because we all don't know the same thing. So that's the important thing to do. But sometimes you don't have the time or the money or whatever to do it. But the most important thing is don't spend money when you don't have it. Because there's too many other ways to learn, and Google sucks you into more of that, because they write this copy and words and everything. That's the problem with artificial intelligence, man. They could know after 1,000 reiterations. They know exactly what you're going to, what they have to say to get your money. In Arizona, I'm a single parent and no job, looking for work. Okay, single parent, no job, looking for work. Here's the one source that you have to go to. One is go to career, C-A-R-E-E-R, career one stop, all one word, careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org. Make an appointment. You go there, you put in your zip code, make an appointment to talk to a counselor. Please do that. Okay, you may get some idiot and nothing will happen, but they're there to really show you the government programs that will train you for free, give you money to live on. Now, every program is different, but these are the kinds of things they may have, and a lot of them do. So you got to see what is there for you to take advantage of these things. And you make an appointment and tell them your situation, what they have. They also know of other programs. Like a lot of those things have cars. They help you buy a car or pay for your car. One of them in Maryland here, they give you a car for free for 2 years. Why do they do that? Because you need a car to get a job. Okay, so they do that and repair cars, but everyone's different. You have to do the work to find out what is available where you live. And there's nothing but work. You get on the phone, and that's the best way to do it. So that's one thing. Also, the other place that has a lot of programs like this is your local community college. The federal government gives a lot of community colleges money to train you for free so you get a good job. And they also know of money to pay your expenses while you're training and all this kind of stuff. They do this every day. Don't go to Google, man, because you're fighting with sharks. There's sharks in those waters. If they were all government programs, right, then you could fish around and everything. But by the time you find something that is really of value, you'll be spending thousands and thousands of dollars on people that are a lot smarter than I am anyway, of getting your money. And that's all they do all day. So you just have to stay out of the waters. That's going to have to be a internet lifeguard. Sharks in the water, everybody out. Any grant for dental? Yes, every state is the same, but it'll take work. My lady lets me live with her here is working with some people who need dental help and really badly and very low income. And it'd take a couple days on the phone, maybe back and forth and drop and everything. But she knows exactly now what's out there. Some are good, some are bad, and maybe didn't get it all covered, but got some of it. She got the best value she could ever get instead of going and paying top dollar somewhere else or whatever. And even for the free ones, there were some, that they couldn't use the free one because of where but you know what it is and you know the best, and that's what you have to do. Like I say, unless you have money and you're not afraid to spend it, but I would think if you're looking for this, you don't have a lot of money. And I just finished what was that? I just finished dismantling the 18th cent bank barn, 50/50 in free lumber. Don't know what that is. I guess that's some deal for lumber. I love that. I don't know. All the work sites, websites I give you are not people that will ever ask you for money. So that's why, there's maybe some companies that say, hey, you get a free this and free that. Companies who do that, and I'm one of those, are really there just to get your name so they can sell you something. So I know, like these big companies that give out grants, they're giving out $10,000 a grant. They got billions of dollars and they're giving out $10,000 grants. Man, that's chump change for them, and all they want to get is 1 million names, so they could really make money out of it. That's nothing to them to spend. That's right. Us, a small little company, just a handful of people, man, we're giving out $40,000 every month. We've done it for a year now, and we started at 20. We're up to 40. We already gave a total of something like $370,000. I hope this year it'll be $400 and some $1,000, maybe $500,000. Yes, I'm in New Jersey too. Great. I grew up in Pennsylvania, right near. We should go to the Jersey Shore back in the 50s. That's where things used to happen. Let's see what's going. Oh, why wasn't that going up? Send you likes. Good. St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri just came out with a new stimulus checks. I forget what it is. It's $500 or $1,500 or something like that. See, stimulus checks are coming from the state now. So that's why there'll be no national program that everybody will know about it and the media will talk about it. No, these are checks, and there's 31 states now that are giving stimulus checks from $500 to $2,500. This is just free money to everybody. And that's what our grant is. Our grant is for any age, any income, no income requirements. And also, you could do anything you want with the money. You could help somebody else. That's another thing. You just say what you would do with the money, and we go and choose the winners. And we choose about 70, I think, this month. It depends on how much, and it's $40,000. So I think that's 70 papers. So either $1,000 or $500, and we send it, and you just do with it what you say you're going to do. Maybe some people don't. And we're not going to chase you down. We don't have time for that. And you're not going to ruin it for everybody else because there's an idiot or two that's going to rip you off. I mean, then you make it miserable for everybody else, and that's not good. Any grants for artists in California? Yes. Now, I would go to every state has an arts council, they call it. So you start there. And when you start there, you want to talk to somebody who keeps track of all the other arts grants. They give out grants every year to individual artists and arts groups and everything, dancers, writers, anything. But you want to know for other people in the state that do that. There's got to be 20, 30 people that do that. And so that's what you want to find. But see, that's not only a grant giver, but they're also a source for other people that give grants. See, and that's what you need. You need those people that are navigators in that topic. Like on 211. You don't want to. When you call 211.org or Find Help, well, Find Help you can't call. But 211 is a database from nonprofit organizations and government offices that help you for free, okay? And you don't want to call them in the 211 data because they're just looking at the database that you're looking in. Maybe they know more, but what you want to do, they may not help you. I got a transmission module to replace and just bought this truck. There's a good place to start for looking for automobile stuff like that is 211.org and findhelp.org and put in transportation and find nonprofit organizations that do that, okay? And that's what you want to do. And if they don't know, you ask them, well, who do you think does this? Who do you think? And that may take you half a day on the phone or even longer. But if you have the $5,000 to pay it, maybe that's not worth it to you. It's all about options, and that's it. But if you need that to get by, then you have to keep going. Any grants for inventions? Yes, and don't go to an invention company. Invention companies are terrible. That's a biased opinion, of course. But don't, because there's better people that will do it for free. There's even grants to pay for protecting your idea and all that kind of stuff. You go to a lawyer, they're going to get thousands of dollars for you. No. Go to something called Americas, 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 SBDC. So that's two S's in the middle. I cannot hear you. Does anybody else not hear me? Somebody says they can't hear me. And I haven't heard anybody else. What happened to the sound? Follow the host. Please, I can't hear you either. What happened to the sound? I haven't done anything. Follow the host. Is that it? Volume is low. I don't know what I can do here. I just turned my volume up, but that's from what I hear, not what. Oh, you're good now. Okay. Low sound. It dropped midway. Sound went down. It's quieter. I hear you now. Okay. The volume was fine. And then I'm looking at grant money to start a business in Los Angeles, California. Well, looking for a grant, I can hear you. Okay. That's on YouTube. This is on TikTok. People can't hear me. Is your speaker covered? No. Is yours? Sound went down again. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not nice, isn't it? Okay, if you can hear me, if you're looking for a grant for a business, my best advice is don't say you're looking for a grant. Okay, the grant situation for businesses, there's lots out there, but it's complicated. It's consistent. I can hear. Okay, you sound fine. Okay, so if you start looking for a grant, you're going to get less help, less grant, less everything. So what you want to do is start large. And starting large is by looking for help for your business, not for a grant for your business. You want to look for help for your business. And that's what you do. So you contact the navigators for business and just say you're looking for help, not a grant. And then you'll get to that later and see what's available, because there's so many ways. I mean, I think the other thing too is what I've learned over the years is that I always started with money, because that's what they taught me in business school, and all those businesses failed. Then when I started without money, then they were all successful. So, I mean, that's, date it and things like that. Even without an LLC, don't get an LLC, don't get anything until you start figuring out how to get customers. Yes, even without an LLC. No, you don't need an LLC. You need a customer. And if you spend all your time getting LLCs and all this kind of licenses and everything, you don't have a customer yet, man, then you're going to spend all that money and then try to look for customers, and then you say, holy shit, nobody's buying this stuff. So don't put the cart before the horse. Get that first, because that's what you have to know. Volume comes and goes. Just became the top 2 viewer. You're the top 2 viewer. What does that mean? That you're there the longest or whatever? I don't know much about TikTok at all. I thought it was hot. I went on a month or 2 ago, and it was really hot. Boy, I even sold a lot of stuff and subscriptions, and then it stopped. The robots haven't settled down yet. So I'm not going to pay as much attention to it, because I got so much business. I want to do well anyway. You touched your phone, and what was that? You touched your phone, and we could hear, but as soon as you stopped touching it, your phone, it was gone. How about now? Can you hear me now, okay? Whatever you just touched, is the problem with the volume. I don't know what the heck I'm touching. Man, I've gotten several of your big books from back in the day. Yes. See, and people got those books. And who provides the funds for living? The government programs. That's what you got to find. And that's what we do. And we even have our own grant program that the deadline is tomorrow night at midnight. And then we'll have another one next month. And you apply for $1,000. You just tell us what you would do with $1,000. But you have to be a member of Let's Go Help. So you go to letsgohelp.com, and it's $20, and that way you can ask me 100 questions a day if you like. We have live video grant training every week. We got 3 or 4 programs, video training. And the most important is people that members helping. I read this earlier about, here's a member, he just wrote in. I got 2 or 3 of these today. They're just wonderful. And this is Charles Butler. It's his posting on our Facebook group. And he says, you can do it. I did. Just a few months ago, I was active in this group looking for all the help I could get. My finances hit an all-time low, and I was just wondering, how could I pay my bills? Since then, I was given a car. He found a free car in our program. Achieved an education in cybersecurity. I remember him saying that. It's free course he's taken, and has since bought another car. And he's planning to purchase a great new home. Wow. Just don't be afraid to do the work. Nothing comes completely for free. If you need grants, you need to ask for them nicely. Never act entitled. Just ask for help. See, that's the key. You just ask for help. Okay? Matthew Lesko and his team can help you with their many resources, but education is useless if not followed up by action. That's what everybody wants, and we're trained that way. We say, well, I'll just know this magic thing and whatever. No, the magic thing is busting your ass, but know where to bust it. And that's what we do. We give you sources to follow up on, and you got to follow up on those sources, or nothing's going to help. Rental property, help me. And my brother trying to, there's 150 grant programs, government grant programs for real estate in every city. You remember, I send you all that. If you're not a member, here's where to start. You start with your local HUD, HUD.gov. Go to that website and put in counseling, okay? And make an appointment with them. Tell them you're interested in buying homes and whatever. And they'll sit down with you for free and start showing you the basic programs. But that's just a start. Another good place to start is, I think I mentioned this earlier, It's called Meetup, meetup.org. Okay, meetup.org. And you want to go there and talk to other people who are real estate investors too. That's what's important, and you learn from people doing the same thing you are. They're a couple months ahead of you, a couple years ahead of you, or whatever. That's the way to do it. Not from some yo-yo who's going to give you a course and not even investing in it. Maybe if he did, but it's different every place you live. It's always different, so you got to get local. Sweet, thank you. Watched you when I was a kid, staying up as a 10-year-old. Your parents yelled at you for staying up and watching my crazy commercials. What do you know about South Carolina grants? I got a report. I'll show you 500 grants in South Carolina. I've been studying this for 40 or 50 years now, and that's why, as a member, what you get is a report for every state. But the best thing you get as a member, anytime you have a question, you ask us, and we share my 50 years of knowledge on this and show you the best places to go. If you want to swim around with the sharks in Google, you'll never find it, unfortunately, but that's a biased opinion. Don't trust me because I'm selling you something. You should never. I love you. You've been doing this forever. Yes, I have, Ella. And thank you for saying that. I really loved your commercial. Oh, they were fun to do. But they're not doing as much as they are now. And I don't mean money-wise or anything, because what would happen, people get excited, they buy a book, they got a big book and sat on their desk, they got 1,000 pages in front of them, and they did nothing. Helen Rude Joy. Yes, let me know, Helen. And they didn't do anything. Now, see, and that I used to charge like $40, $50 for those things. Now, for $20, you get me to answer any problem that you have. You got my staff, you got video training, and something doesn't work, come back and say, hey, this didn't work. We get you out there again, dust you off, pick you up, let's do it again. Try this instead. Now, I can't guarantee you get money, nobody can. I can't guarantee you'll get a job if I'm going to tell you who's hiring jobs. I can only tell you who's hiring. I can only tell you who's giving out the money. Whether you get the money or not, you have to seal the deal. Like, you want a date, I can tell you where the single people are, but I can't make sure they go out with you. It's you and them. So that's why you have to do the work. Hopefully we can make something work. I hope so too. You have staff? Yeah, very small. We have a handful of people. And I didn't think this would be even that big. I was just looking for a way to share this information and live out my life working. I want to learn. I mean, I'm 79 years old, and there's nothing better to me than if I could give you a phone call, a phone number, a website that could change your life. I mean, we have people who just call up and cry. They never knew this stuff. Man, and I'm not giving out the money. They should be thankful and crying to government programs that are there, but they don't. We're not trained to do that. But it's nice to see. I became disabled since COVID wrecked my gender. I lost my place in living in brother's spare room. Okay, yeah, get on your feet. You're a member. We'll get you going. If you're not a member and you have a disability, I don't know if you're a senior, go to your Career One-Stop Center. Career, CareerStop.org. Make sure you go to .org, O-R-G, okay? Make an appointment with a counselor, even if it's on the phone or something, because all jobs don't have to be in person anymore. They could hook you up with a part-time job you can make on the phone and the internet or whatever. That's a place to start, okay? They get you training for free. You have a disability or something like that, okay? They work around that. There's a lot of help out there. If that doesn't work, then you go on 211.org or findhelp.org, and you look up if you have a disability, all the people that help people with disabilities. You call every one of them. That's how you get help. You call every one of them. You're going to call one and they say, no, there's no help, and then you go home and shit, nobody's going to help me. That's wrong. Maybe if you don't have the energy or something, I mean, I can't judge everybody's life and what it is and how much energy you have to do something. Needs braces for overbite to help alleviate headache. Well, yeah, you go, she turns 18 and stops growing. That's interesting. Well, yes, you're going to have to get on the phone start calling all the things under free and low-cost dental help in the report in a database called needymeds.org. needymeds.org, okay? And you go there and start calling all the people. And by the way, for us, you go to letsgohelp.com. That's how to do, because particularly on TikTok, they don't give you enough room to put in you know, the stuff, to get direct help from me. But it's letsgohelp.com, and that's what it is. And we'll help people, until I die. I mean, I have nothing better to do in my life. I plan to do this until my head falls down in the bowl of soup, or whatever it is that it happens. I hope it's an ice cream sundae instead. The man, the myth, and the legend. Oh yeah, hi Aditi. I remember you. You're still around. That's so nice. Yeah, we're all struggling in life. Nobody has the magic. Gosh, you're such a oh well. That's awfully nice to hear. At 79, wow, I never got that at 29 or 39. Wow. Thank you. I'm grateful for everybody out there who's a member. Allow me to do this, and that it's helpful, and it's helpful enough for them to send $20, and that's wonderful. I'm hanging. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. You're hanging in there, I guess. Dee Dee, wonderful. And that's what we all have to do, is hang in there, find something to help other people while we're here. But take care of yourself first, find income to be able to support yourself, whether it's a subsidy or income from home, doing something. There's too many ways to do that now. And it's all over for everybody. Available. There's no reason not to get income. Maybe it's not as much as you want, but just start. It's better than nothing. If you're at zero, man, doesn't matter. $1 is 100% improvement. So you just keep climbing up, and that will give you the next level. And you go to the next level. That's the only way I know how to do it. I'm sure there are others that have other processes, or everybody's got some gimmick. Because they found out they could sell it, and that's the bottom line. They have something to sell, because that's what capitalism is about. And now it's not about that for me anymore. It was. I grew up that way. I have an MBA and everything, so it's different, and it's about helping people. Don't lose faith, people. Let's go. Oh, awfully nice of you to say that. But it is important that we help each other. I think it's important that you be fair. But it's hard to be in our society that just keeps score about how much money you have or something like that. So our game is, how much money can I pile up before I die? What are you going to do with it? I mean, these billionaires, what the fuck they don't do? I mean, can you imagine with $1 billion, how many people? I mean, I feel I'm helping so many people by giving $40 out this month, and 70 people that really, they don't have a whole lot of money. I mean, half the people in this country cannot afford a $500 bill, cannot afford a $500 bill. So if they get somebody says, it's going to take you $500 to fix your car, they don't have that money. So for me to be able to give $500, $1,000 to people who could get over that hurdle there's nothing better. When am we going to give it to Wall Street? Those people have fun with my money. They have all the fun with my money, and I have all the worry. No, give it to people who really need it and can improve their lives in some small way. Okay, guys. Okay, the bottom line on this, the grant giveaway is over tomorrow at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So it's over tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. You have to go to letsgohelp.com to sign up to become a member. You apply the grant, and then also start a new discussion and tell me what you need money for in the next 24 hours or 48 hours, depending. I got to back up now because I'm talking to you guys. I'll answer and I'll show you. Yes, foreclosures, got all that stuff. I've been doing this, many, many years. Hey, how am I doing? I'm in Miami, Florida. I need help trying to fund my transportation. I'm trying to get, yes, all that stuff is show you the places that help you do that. And that's it. Otherwise, don't go to Google. And if you're forced to use Google, just go to websites that are .org, O-R-G, or .gov, G-O-V. No, downtown Washington, D.C. My wife always had an apartment down here in Washington, D.C., and we moved down once the kid's got 1,000 years old, they're now older than me. So, so we're downtown DC. So if you see me running, actually I walk. I gave up running about a year and a half ago, but I walk 6-7 miles a day. Go down to see Abe Lincoln and back, and I'll stream sometimes when I'm out exercising there, and so you'll see or hear me or whatever. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your kindness and your kind words, and just appreciate it very much. Thank you.